Ensor moved to the new exhibition, and that's why the conservators of the museum decided to make the new exhibition. What's the story? Nico van Hout, together with the curator Erno Vroonen, designed this exhibition in two parts, and today we present the first part. The exhibition consists of three spaces, and the first space is about space. In this case, we start with the painting of Jan Brusselmans, who shows the space in his interpretation and inspires different Belgian painters who interpret the landscape and the work of Jan Brusselmans in their way. This is the favorite work for Nico van Hout, the conservator of this exhibition. Raoul de Keyser makes painting that is like an homage to the oeuvre of the Brusselmans, and in this case it's like not the one painting but multiple paintings of Brusselmans. In this room we see different interpretations of the landscape in the contemporary art. For example, Koen van den Broek chooses his travel photography, different bridges and roads, and paints like contemporary landscape. And at the same time he makes it extremely abstract, but we still see different figurative elements in these paintings. In the case of the paintings from Koen van den Broek, we see that he uses also unusual material. He uses the road paint, so the paint that is used for marking different spots on the road. Also, this painting, in my opinion, is inspired by the works of Dan Flavin, American artist who creates works with different lights and lamps, and we see this shining on this work as well. Curators contacted Mark Menders and asked him to give the works that interpret landscape, like in this case the sky. But Mark Menders asked also to see the room where it will be presented, and when he saw the room he said, "No, you need something else." Mark Menders proposed to make this installation of his studio, and these works are not from clay but from bronze. In this way he asks our perception, he asks our interpretation of it. Is it clay? Is it bronze? Is it male? Is it female? He's playing with our perception. Jan Brusselmans painted his wife and he made a huge accent on her eye. This eye is the key, is the link to the last room of this exhibition. Second room is linked to the research of the painters to the time, and painters ask the question whether time is short, long, circular. In the exhibition there are also two videos from Chantal Ackermann and David Claerbout, who research also time in their way. On certain moment in one video there is a kettle that whistles in the other video. It is important to see the work of Rick Wouters on this exhibition because it's a fragile work, aquarelle on paper, and that's why after the 3 months exhibition it will be sealed in the archive for years. Thomas Hausego makes these sculptures from the classical material, plaster, and mix it with hennep. These sculptures are huge and heavy, over 1 ton, but at the same time you see this fragility, you see these constructions of these sculptures, and their faces show also this extreme sadness. Got the chance also to show 2 sculptures, and that's why they had to research the floor and whether the floor can hold these 2 huge heavy sculptures, and that's why they are placed on these plates that spread the weight. This painting draws our attention. It is very interesting that the woman in the 17th century was allowed to make this portrait of an abbot from the St. Michiel's Abbots in Antwerp. Also, a lot of people say that only the painting of Leonardo da Vinci shows that the eyes follow you all the time. This abbot follows you all the time when you are in this room. Another eye that follows us all the time is from the work of George Condo, who was a printmaker for Andy Warhol. Matthias Dornfeld follows the tradition of German expressionism. In his paintings he uses also the classical genres, landscape, still life and portrait, but he paints them all over each other. He starts from the landscape, and he paints still life, then he paints portrait, and then again landscape. And at a certain moment he says that the artist has the chance, has the freedom to decide when the painting is ready. And this is his duality in his painting. James Ensor moved from this room to the new exhibition that opens end of this month. But at the same time, if you look around, all these faces are like masks from Ensor.